What is up, guys? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to our Space Engineer Survival series. This is episode number 39, and we're still in our space base looking at Rigatoni 1.5 in our newly constructed hangar as of last episode. No time lapse at the start of this one. We're just getting right into the episode. So this is going to be a fun episode full of hopefully stuff that we needed to do but haven't done yet. So specifically, we're going to hopefully find cobalt this episode. Actually, no, not hopefully. We're definitely going to find cobalt this episode. It is required because we really need to get this thing up and running. In addition to that, we're going to do a couple of modifications to our button panel here. So we're going to modify it so that the timers work a little bit differently. We're also going to work on pressurizing this room separately from the rest of it. So we're probably going to try and add a vent. Currently we have pressurization that we did last episode right here, which is pressurizing the entire area. But we want to add another vent, hopefully somewhere out here. I don't know exactly where, but also somewhere over here. I'd like to have a vent in this room because we definitely need maybe one or two vents here to suck back the oxygen whenever we want to open this door. So adding vents to here is going to be huge. And finally, if we get to it, we'll be doing weapons this episode, adding a couple of custom turrets. That was a good idea that some of you suggested in the comments of last episode. Custom turrets with the new turret controller that we could maybe add to the outside of this base to fend off any Reaver attacks that might come. So let's start this base with something simple. Let's start this episode with something simple. Let's do the button panel stuff. So what I'm going to do, one main thing that we can do right now is we can make the doors close whenever we press the open button right here. So whenever we press that, the doors will close. And in fact, I might lock them as well. Technically, if we turn off the door, it'd be like locking it, right? Because if the door is off, I don't think it opens, right? Let me actually check because I don't know that for sure. I'm just kind of guessing. Yeah, okay, so if it's off, it does not open or close, which means if it's closed and then we turn it off, that would be like locking the door. It can now no longer open or close. So what I might do is I might whenever this is open, I might lock these doors so they cannot open at all, which might come back to bite me in the butt. Maybe I'll add a button panel to unlock the doors and open them as like a backup button or something. I don't know. But for now, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's go edit the timer blocks. Timer blocks are up here. We added them last episode. If you didn't see last episode, first, go watch it. But second, they're right up here in this. Oh, right. I forgot we didn't pressurize this room. Okay, that's another thing we should do this episode is pressurize this room up here. Let's close that. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of air there, but we should have enough ice. Our ice room is up here. Yeah, we've got plenty of ice. It's going to be totally fine. All right, let's get to work on the timer blocks. I think I'm going to do this off camera again, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys what I did. All right, so I made a couple of basic modifications. So now what should happen is the doors should close and then turn off. So let me actually go in here, turn you on. I'm going to open you. So now if I press open, it should close. Okay, no, that does not work. Okay, oh shoot, I pressed both of them now. That was not good. Yes, that was a bad idea. I have immediately vented the entire base and we are now all sucked out into space. So, good stuff. Okay, so I can't lock them on this at the same time as I close them. Okay, with a simple modification, it should now work. So if I have this door open and I press this, it's gonna immediately close it. Yep, and then it should lock it in a second. And lock, yes, so now it's locked, I can no longer open it. Now what I wish I could do, maybe I could do this with a program actually, like if I did a programmable block, is I wish I could close it and lock it in one fell swoop. So just close, lock, just like that. I bet I could do another I bet I could do another timer block rather, with a 1 second delay that would lock it. That might work. Currently as it stands, oh by the way, if I close it, it'll eventually, at the end of this closing sequence, it'll unlock the door, so I added that as well. But as it stands, what you can do is it'll close the door, you can just reopen it, and then it'll lock it open. So that's a little bit of a flaw, but as long as we don't abuse that, I think it's going to be fine. Okay, so this is where the air would be flooding back in. Once it's back in, then we have the door back able to be opened. Awesome. Okay, cool stuff. But okay, that's one thing done. The door's now locked, which is good, and it locks the other door as well, by the way. I have the closing sequence going, but this door is also locked, and it'll unlock once it's reopened, or once this thing fully closes, so that'll be good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add vents here. How would I like to add vents? That's a really good question. A vent would actually fit quite nicely into this wall, I think. The only problem would be getting the pipes up there. Actually, running pipes through this would be fine, because we have a block under here that we're using. So running them right above that could work. So yeah, ideally having one right here would be just good, like perfect. The only problem is that this right here, yeah, that's exposed, so that doesn't fit quite well, does it? Okay, maybe we have to abandon that idea. Doing it on the floor would be really easy because we already have the pipe going under here, but the floor wouldn't look as good, I think, because it's a half block, right? These are also half blocks, but they're on the wrong side, so it would be like a bit of a dip into the vent. We could definitely do it on this side. That wouldn't be that hard because we were planning on doing something out here with let me Actually, we have no air in there, so it's fine. We're planning on doing something out here with things, and we're going to add some turrets here anyway. So having a a conveyor going through there would be a pretty decent idea. So let's see where we would want these things. I'm thinking one right here, or we could do in the middle like this actually. One right there, because I want two for sure. One right there could work. They would fit pretty nicely. Actually, I'll tell you if they'll fit pretty nicely. Let's get the vent and see how nicely they fit. All right, vent block, throw them right there. Yeah, look at that. That's actually a nice fit. So yeah, putting both of our vents right there would be pretty good. We could always put one right there and one right there. That would also look decent. No, I think I'm fine with that right there. Okay, let me go out here and then see where I would put the conveyors. Oops, I just fell into our little crevice right there. Okay, so we would have conveyors right here. So that'd be a conveyor piece, and this would be a conveyor piece. And then we would probably... This whole thing would probably just have to be conveyors, wouldn't it? Well, we'd have to go down somewhere. So how would we do that? That's a really good question, actually. I don't know how we would get this. Unless we go up. We could always go up and bring the conveyor around. Could also work, because going down would go into this catwalk. So unless we made the catwalk kind of go around a little bit, like kind of go out a little bit more. You know what? Why not? Why not? Let's do something crazy. Let's do something a little wild. All right, let me get my conveyor, and I'm going to do something that's going to look kind of odd, maybe. All right, we're going to undo what we have right here, because we're going to completely do a little makeover of this. So undo that piece right there. This right here is not going to be here, and this right here is not going to be here. Instead, these are going to come around. So I'll show you what it looked like in a second. Let me get this built in. All right, check it out. Does it waste more materials? Yes. But does it look decent? I think so. I think it looks pretty good. So we'd have those coming down right here, and then we could use these little blocks right here to add weapons. And in fact, I might put one... no, actually that wouldn't look very good if I put it right there, because I can't come down here because we have that exit right there. So no, I think this looks pretty good. This comes down here into our main pipe system, and I reworked this just a little bit. So now what we have is this going into there, this comes around into there as well, and then we have a four-way right here, just in case we want to come out this way, which I'm sure we're going to want to eventually for something. So yeah, we need to get a lot of these welded up, and this should be easy because we have a lot of iron from last episode that we got, so we should be able to weld these up with no problem since these require mostly only iron, right? Interior plates, construction components, small steel tubes. The motors are the only ones that require something special, which I think is just nickel, but we have plenty of that. So let's get these things welded up. All right, once these are built up, it's gonna look pretty good. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna add colors to this, well, we're definitely gonna add colors to the base. I know some of you guys have been saying that the plain white base is a little bit too clean looking and stuff. We need to add a little bit of color here and there, so I think we're going to do that eventually. These pipes are probably going to be like blue and orange or something. I don't know, blue and red. Maybe a darker color, maybe just like a gray. I don't know exactly what we should go with. All right, here's the air vent number 1, and we have enough for air vent number 2 as well. Look at that build info on the left. What does it tell us? It tells us the grid mass and stuff. Oh, it tells us the component weight too, is what I saw. I was wondering what that was. Yeah, on the left, it tells us the component weight is 248 liters. So that's actually good to know as well. So you can see in your inventory if you have enough space for it. Good info. Definitely very good build info. The only problem we're running into now, we have enough stuff, but we're running into a problem where we don't have enough production going. So it would be really nice to actually get another one of these up and running. Or maybe, wait, actually, hang on now. It just occurred to me. This assembler is way bigger than the normal assembler. Is it better? Or is it just a bigger version of it? Like, this is the same size as the normal refinery, but this is way bigger than the normal assembler. Yeah, look at that. That's the normal assembler right there. This is the behind it is the industrial assembler. So the industrial assembler is 2 times the size, and it might even only have 1 time the production. So if that's the case, then maybe our assembler is not the right thing to be using right now. Because we could definitely, actually, yeah, let's remove this industrial assembler and instead replace it with a 2 normal assemblers. Because we have those up there, so that's going to be fine no matter what we do. Let's just instead go boom, boom. Oh shoot, if I go boom, boom though, I'm going to have to come around with it. Okay, never mind, we are going to use the industrial assembler. I guess one place this shines is the ability to have 3 modules instead of just 2. It can have 2 back there and then 1 right up here. So that's a plus, I guess. Okay, building up this second line right here. And let's get this all the way through. We should need only 1 more full trip of inventory stuff to get the rest of it. So this will get us this. And then we just need to get the... Oh, it's actually a little farther than I thought it was. All right, here's one more inventory full, getting this line right here. And then we should need only the last 2 blocks, and we'll have it connected. And then we'll be able to air that one separately. So we'll add it to the timer blocks so that they can do their job. We don't have enough for these 2. I guess while we're doing these 2, might as well also do these. Because they're right here, right? And here we go. Now the connection is made. They should all become green. Yes, nice. All right, we now have those connected fully. Let's weld these up since we have the blocks for them, and then let's go add the timer block, or add the vents to the timer block so we can get that going as well. Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh no, that is really bad. We don't have any weapons at all. Okay, G. Do we have any ammo? Hang on, G, turret. Oh, this is bad. Can we get like a normal freaking Gatling turret up and running? Let's see if we have the stuff we can do. Can I withdraw? You need metal grids for that? Okay, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. I guess we can take this out, but does this have ammo? Do you guys have ammo? How can I see? How can I see? How can I see quickly? We're gonna have to take Rigatoni 1 out. It's the only thing that has guns. Let's press K. Let's go to inventory. I want to check my Gatling. They have no ammo! Why do they have no ammo? Okay, in that case, let's run back over here. Let's see if we can manage to, wait. Okay, they're just chilling there for now. We might be good for now. I don't think we have any magnesium on here. That's the only problem, because I never went and got magnesium because I didn't think we'd need it right now. But if I go to production, can I make ammo? Consumables. I guess I can make a rocket launcher. That would not be a bad idea if we have a little bit of platinum. But ammo. Can I make this priority? Yes, I guess we can. I want to real quick, since they're just chilling up there, I want to see if we can get a basic gun up and running. So turret. Oh man, that's not good. Interior turrets, do they require... We can maybe make an interior turret. Yeah, let's make a couple of interior turrets actually. That's not a bad idea. Remove that. Grab a couple of those. Thing is, interior turrets don't use the same ammo, do they? They use a different kind of ammo, which would be normal ammo. But what is normal ammo? That is a good question. I have no clue what interior turrets use. Okay, well, they're not attacking us yet, so let's just put up our interior turrets in case they get closer. I'm not going to take Rigatoni 1 out yet. Uh-oh. I'm going to throw this right there. Build you up. Wait, how am I supposed to give you stuff? Is there a way to get... Can I go in here and give you ammo? I guess I can. For now, let's put another one right here, just in case that one... just in case it needs to suck up ammo on its own or something. And see if it does. Oh, they're loaded with MR50A. Okay, that actually makes sense. So if I go into here, here we go, let's make a couple of that right there, and we'll fill up our interior turrets with those. That should keep us a little bit defended. I want to go in here and press G though, because I want to real quick see if we can get other turrets as well. So like these, for instance, the GAT ones also require metal grids, the assault cannons, metal grids. That's the problem, is we don't have the COBALT, so we can't get the metal grids. Okay, let's just go build up a couple more of these. I'm going to put another one right here on there so it can suck up ammo if it needs to automatically. I want to see if it did. Did you get ammo? You didn't get ammo on your own? Okay, here, have 2 magazines, I guess. And I guess I'll give you 2 as well. Since you aren't pulling ammo by yourselves, I'll give you 3 actually. Okay, the hostile thing seems to have disappeared. It was up there, but it suddenly went off radar, so maybe it crashed or something? That actually worries me. I don't want to go up here and then get murdered by it. But I do want to know what happened to it. Because technically if its antenna just crashed, it could still be alive down here somewhere. Have I lost my base now? I went like a few feet. How could I have lost my base? What? Oh, there it is. Oh man, our base is big. Wow. Okay, so we got lucky. That thing wasn't able to get around the rock. It got stuck up there somewhere and wasn't able to find us. Actually, it was 4 kilometers out, which is way farther than that. So it must have been way up there chilling. I don't know, but now we have a couple of defenses in case that happens again. I think it just got too close to us and freaked out because that wasn't a Reaver. That was just like a normal thing, an Ember drone. So it must have gotten too close to us. Too close for comfort. That's fine. That's okay. Okay, so I modified the things. It should now work for pressurizing. Okay, so if I pressurize the base, let me make sure our doors are closed and I'll pressurize. Close, close. Is there anything else open that I need to close before you pressurize? Okay, so this hangar is now fully pressurized. So let's press our button and see what happens. So we press the button, doors close, depressurize is on. I don't think we've given enough time. Wait, it's... Oh, it can't depressurize, can it? Because we don't have oxygen tanks and stuff. Oh well, but it tries anyway. Okay, we'll hit this button again and see if it pressurizes properly. Okay, everything's off. Let's hit this button. It should start closing, and then 10 seconds later, that should start pressurizing the base. Let's see. Let's see how it works. And let's see if the timing is right. Okay, it's pressurizing. Okay, it definitely takes longer than the 5 seconds that I've given it to pressurize these. Did it close that door as well, or is it trying to pressurize the entire base? Oh no, because we're still pressurized, so it's good. Okay. So yeah, that takes much longer. But I imagine once we have an oxygen tank, it'll be fine. I'm going to put it to 20 seconds for now because it kind of has to be. All right, it now has 20 seconds to depressurize and pressurize, so I think that'll be better. And once we get the tanks in, hydrogen tank and oxygen tank, which probably won't be this episode because I still don't know where to put them, this should hopefully pressurize and depressurize faster. Okay, awesome. Okay, with that vent in over there, I want to add one more vent, I think. I think we're going to add one vent on the other side, kind of mirroring this right here. I was going to add one in the hallway right here, but I don't really know where to put it because, I mean, we could put it in the ground somehow, but I don't really know that that would look very good, just being right here. So we're going to have to figure out a way to put one in the hallway, but for now, we're just going to put one right over here. So I'm just going to turn this into, I think what we did is we turned this into a three-way one. Yeah, and then just a vent going up, and then we had this sort of like nice look right here. Unfortunately, we're going to lose all our air, but we don't have any hydrogen or oxygen tanks, so we cannot actually suck the air in, which is fine. But let's remove this, and oh, we don't actually lose all of our air because we have a block behind it. Okay, this is the one I'm looking for. We're just going to turn that upside down right there into a T-junction, and we of course need some more blocks for this. But let's just go ahead and grab everything we need. Hopefully, we have everything we want because. We've had a bunch of stuff in the queue for a while, and it's built up. I think we should have a lot of materials. Hey, we're getting some nice uranium. That's pretty good. You know what? Next episode, remind me to build a power thing, because we really need to get power on this base. All right, we got some blocks to build up. Let's weld these up right here. We're using full blocks now instead of the half blocks over there because we need to. And then right here, we'll just place one block right there. And finally, we'll just place the vent. So G, vent, and grab this. Awesome. Okay, and place it like that so it's in the correct orientation. We're going to right click on that and we're going to go grab all of the parts that we need from our thing. Which was easy. We were able to grab them all. Why are we lagging a little bit? Are we having things spawn on us? We have a military escort just right up there. It's getting a little closer. SPRT. Wait, isn't the SPRT the Space Pirates? Why is that a friendly thing? Am I crazy? Oh no, that's Specialized Trader. So what's the Space Pirates? Oh wait, SPRT is Space Pirates, SPTR is the Specialized Traders, and that's an SPTR. Okay, awesome. All right, so now we have two of these things now, so the base should pressurize a little bit faster, which is gonna be good. I think I'm fine with that for now. I think I'm good leaving off our pressurization with that. Okay, what do we want to do next? Okay, the next thing we want to do actually is definitely find Cobalt, because we need some of that stuff. We have an escort drone coming toward us. Actually, no, it's going away from us, but it was really close, so that's kind of worrying. And we have that little strike Corvette over there. It's not getting closer, it's going a little bit farther, so that's fine. I think we're going to be okay. We don't really have to worry about that, probably. Let's go find some Cobalt, because we really need to. And ideally, we'd find some Platinum as well, because we have not found any yet. So let's do this. Drop that off. And we're going to go... Pretty much we're going to go on our jetpack, because I don't want to take the ship, because the ship is a little bit slower. We can fly with our jetpack much quicker. Actually, before we go, I want to set up a quick button panel right here because we don't actually have one in this room yet set up. So there's our new button panel. Currently, the only one we have is out there. And if you press the button, the door will close and lock and you'll be kind of locked out. So this is going to be our new way to open this door from in here. Over here, we're going to have the, what are they called? Timer. We're going to have to find the A timers. So we have door open A. Yes, there it is. We want trigger now, and then door close A, trigger now right there. And in fact, we'll use it. Why not? Yeah, so they are undepressurized, but again, the air has nowhere to go because we don't have any things set up for that. Doors are going to lock. Oh wait, no, I changed this to 20 seconds because it's going to take a long time to depressurize. Whoops. Okay, door is now open. Awesome. Let's get out here and find out which direction we want to go. Wherever our iron and uranium is where we want to go, I think. Space iron. Space Hired Ingredient, because we haven't actually gone very much over there. So we're going to go toward that one, even though there's a Corvette over there. I'm just going to go off this way a little bit. And we're going to see if we can find anything in this direction. Hopefully some of the good stuff. All right, over in this direction, I'm seeing a small asteroid over there. It's one ripe for the taking. Let's see. It's kind of far, but at this point we've exhausted all the really close asteroids, I think. So we have to kind of think outside the box a little bit. It's spawning a couple more asteroids we can go and look at later. Let's hope this one right here has the cobalt right off the bat, though. I don't even remember what cobalt looks like. Is cobalt green? Okay, I'm seeing something right here. We have magnesium on this roid. What else do we have? Anything else? We have something down here. Could also be magnesium. It looks like that blue stuff. Yeah, this is just a magnesium roid, it seems like. Oh, magnesium and silicon. Okay, so there's silicon also in here. Okay, yeah, that one's just magnesium and silicon. Let's continue to toward that asteroid, I think, because it's kind of not much farther from our base. It's kind of just sideways to our base. Actually, let's go to that one right there. I don't think I've been to that one, and that seems kind of closer. Have I even been to that one? I don't even know. I've been roid hopping, roid to roid. This is probably like our 6th asteroid, and I've not found it, but I have a feeling that this is the one. I have a feeling. Let's see. Oh, a cave, okay. And something right here. Okay, that's gold. That's actually good. I don't think we have gold yet. Let's GPS this. Could I have gold and cobalt, maybe? Oh, here's blue. Cobalt! It's gold and cobalt! Oh my gosh, we found a gold and cobalt asteroid. That's good stuff. Space AUCO. Alright, we're gonna grab as much cobalt as we can. Should we? No, we probably won't. We probably have gold already on our base. I don't know for sure. Either way, we already know where it is. It's really far, by the way, from our base. How far exactly? 29 kilometers far, so it's really far. But it's good that we found this stuff. Is there anything out here, maybe? One on this? We have 3 materials? No, okay, that's fine. All right, let's head back to our base with a full inventory of cobalt. This should let us build our med bay, which is going to be good. That's going to make it so much easier for me to get power, because it goes so much quicker on the med bay than it does on the survival kit. But let's head all the way back. Eventually, we're going to do a journey out here to get some gold and cobalt, but probably not today. It's the iron's on the way too, so that's actually pretty good. Oh, that's our space base. I overshot. All right, welcome back. And since we opened the hangar before, I guess we'll close the hangar here. Let's hit the button right there, and it'll close our beautiful hangar. Lights are on. Alarm hasn't started yet, but it will in a moment. And then we'll have 20 seconds of depressurizing before we can do anything. I mean, pressurizing. Wait, why are you not pressurizing? Okay, there we go, much better. I had it on the wrong thing, so I had it pretty much after it wastes the 20 seconds, then it starts depressurizing, but that, or pressurizing, but that is not how it should be. Okay, we're now here, we can go in here, and we can put this in here. Awesome, and that should give us the ability to do this in a moment. Let's see, do we already have these things queued up? I think, yep, we do. How many of those do we need? Just 26, so let's get those built. All right, 26 metal grids later, and here we go. Let's get this thing built up. And there it is, our beautiful thing. Why did we not connect it? I thought we connected this last episode. Did we unconnect it? I guess we did, but we really should connect it again so we can get hydrogen and oxygen. It's fine though. For now, all we need is the power and the health capabilities, because we can always go, or we have our bottles rather, so we don't need to get the stuff from here. But anyways, yes, we now have that set up. That's a long-standing little project that we had been unable to do because of the lack of cobalt. But now that we have cobalt, we are good. All right, next thing I think we want to do while we're here, let's go up top and grab a bunch of steel plates. We're gonna go up top, and what is that? What is that red thing that's coming toward us? We have a heavy Corvette from Ember, and we have a Monarch transport from Ember, and we had something else over there that popped up for a second, but it's gone. Okay, let's head over to the upstairs, because I want to pressurize this. I think it needs to be pressurized. Let's get up here. This is going to unfortunately depressurize all our stuff, but it's fine. It's for a good cause. We're going to pressurize this room right here. This whole thing we're going to get nice and pressurized, and it's going to be, how tall is it going to be? It's going to have to be 1 block up like this. So it's going to have to pretty much be like this. Well, unless we do a half block up here, which should be fine. Since this is more of an attic area, this isn't like a main, necessarily like a main area. So it's fine if we half block it, because it doesn't necessarily need as much protection as well. So we're just going to do like this. Half blocks all around. We'll do a little bit of mining where necessary. All right, did a little bit of mining. We now have some more room over here that we can place stuff. I'm going to start by making this room nicer. And we're going to put the walls pretty much exactly where the walls are right here. So it's going to come up like that, and it's going to continue like that. And is that... That's not even with that pillar. Does it matter? Maybe not. Okay, we're starting to get there. These pillars are going to be like this. So I'm going to put this pillar right here, and we're going to have this door be right there. Because this room is going to... Actually, wait, how big is this room going to be? I'm going to leave this gap right here because I think it looks nice having a gap all the way down the middle right there. But we're going to have this room be pretty much this big. So it's going to be like that. Right there. And then it'll come... Wait, how... Did I want this to be bigger though? Actually, no, we're making these tall enough. Why not turn this upright? For the next ones we place, we're probably going to end up turning them upright because I think it would look better. So next time we place another one of these, we'll put it upright. Let's get the floor built in. Okay, yeah, I'm actually going to place them like this. So we can have up to 4 of these things in here, which I don't think we'll need that many. But yeah, having 4 of those would be nice. And then we'll connect them all up top like that. All right, let's get these pillars built up first. Are these... Yeah, okay, let's get these pillars built up as well. So we have room for another 6 little control things right here. And then we'll have to find a different area where we can put them. Someone suggested, by the way, an amazing suggestion that I'm not going to do right now, but I might do later if we start to run out of space, is build like a rotor with a small rotor head and then put a bunch of small grid timers on these. Because small grid timer blocks are nothing different from large grid timer blocks, except that they take up much, much less space. So you can have like a bunch of small grid timer blocks in this same area. I don't know how many you could have, probably like 3 times 3 times 3. 27? You could have 27 in this small area? Maybe. But they have to stay on a block, so maybe you couldn't fit 27 exactly in there. But yeah, it would definitely make the space better. So yeah, that's a good idea for the future if we start running out of space. Okay, the only problem with this is we're going to need a lot of steel plates for this, aren't we? Because, yeah, I'm already starting to run out. I know I queued 2,000, but they're going a little slowly. So you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to run back over here, and I'm going to build our second assembler. That's a good idea as well to do in this episode. So then we'll have double the capacity of everything, pretty much. Or double the look how fast our power goes up! We'll have double the production capacity. So let's go over here. We're going to grab this guy right here, our industrial assembler, and we're going to grab all the blocks for it if we can. We need motors, displays, and computers, which is fine. We also need to build this, don't we? Yeah, if we're building that, we need to build that because that's how it gets the materials. So let's grab as much as we can for that. Let's grab even more. And we need steel plates. Okay, so this needs steel plates, this needs motors, displays, and computers. Okay, easy enough. The displays I can just pop in like this. Put those first. We'll grab a bunch of computers as well. Assemblers are always requiring lots of computers. I'll throw 100 motors on here. Okay, this is all built now. This is all... We have all the stuff for this. So what this is going to be is this is going to be our helper. And let me make sure that our steel plates are back in production because that's what we need right now. But this guy right here is going to be our helper. So we're going to turn this one on cooperative mode. And eventually I might make more behind the scenes or something. These are the ones that are on the front. They look cool. They've got the cool look. But again, they kind of waste a little bit of space as well because we're using double the space for the industrial look. So yeah. You know, we're actually almost even pressurizing this room by just pressurizing. Actually, no, we're not because we need the thing down there, don't we? Okay, so never mind. We're not really pressurizing this room quite yet. I think this is going to look super cool though once we have the bottom floor in. And the bottom floor, by the way, is where we're going to put the power stuff. Because I think it'll just fit there. We could even put a couple hangers down there if we want to. I don't know how big we want to make this base. We could really make it massive. But I do want to go back to Pertam at some point, so that's also where I'm conflicted. Do we go back to Pertam as like a couple episode thing and then we come back up here and do like every once in a while we just swap bases? That would be a very interesting way to do things. Keep things fresh. By the way, the build info mod adds this this new icon right here at the top right of the thing to show when things cannot go through a small grid. So that's kind of cool. Okay, while we're here, let's just make the switch for this. So I'm going to right-click this to grab that and right-click that to grab that and add it to build planner. And let's go over here and grab those blocks to make that swap. It's going to be a good change to get out of the way so we don't have to worry about it later. Okay, they want us to get more construction components, steel plates, and that's it. So we already have steel plates going up. Let's get a couple more construction components as well. Put those in priority and let those build up. There we go. We got everything. Head back up and we can build this stuff. Get this stuff ready. All right, so here's this. And here is this. Awesome. That's upside down, but it's fine. I'm gonna connect them on the top so I have room to walk down here. So this now we can remove, and this now we can remove. And you know what, while we're here, there's only one other problem. It's that these right here are not pressurizable. They're pressurized through the back, but they're not pressurizable down here. So air can actually come through here and get down there. So I'm gonna replace this with a normal conveyor junction, because that's gonna make it more airtight. Let's turn this a little bit so it's facing us, because I always like it to be facing us. It's just a little preference of mine. All right, and let's get the other blocks back in. So let's put these, where are they? Right here. So this is a reinforced tube. Let's turn it so it's facing like that. And then we're gonna get our reinforced turning tube like that. Okay. There's one, there's two, awesome. And with these last two blocks right here and right here, we are now fully enclosed, except for over there and over here. But it's now mostly fully, what the heck? Did something notice me? Because that seems to be coming toward me. And those are like aggro mode because they've just separated. So they also seem to be coming toward me. But I know for a fact that that's our rock. We have a big rock on this side. So I don't think that's too much danger. I don't know. I hope they're not coming toward me to attack. But if they are, we have our little turrets that we can use. Okay, let's see if we can get these gotten. 1, 2. And we now have this right here that we can go to. So let's just grab from there and get these built up. Nice. Little windows. I like it. So roof is done. How do we do this? Okay, so this right here, this stairs is definitely not going up any further. This is going to be the final way that it goes up, because if it were to go up, where would it go? Literally, there's just rock above us. I guess if we want to go up in the future, we could go into the rock, but I haven't really been planning on going much into the rock. So that's going to be the highest the stairs go. That's going to be technically like the attic of the base. So it'll go there, that'll be the main floor, and then it'll go there, which will be the power floor, utility floor, whatever else we want to put there. And then over here, same thing. I don't think this is going to go up any higher, or maybe it will if we want to make this a multi-story sort of thing. But yeah, those guys are still getting a little closer, which worries me, but I think we might be fine. We can right-click that door and grab it. I said like an episode back that doors are very satisfying to build because you can just close them when you're done, which just looks nice. Look at that, completes the wall. Well, okay, it doesn't complete the wall. We need this to complete the wall, but now completes the wall. Check it out. All right, so we're almost fully pressurized in here. This room is fully pressurized. We need something. Oh, okay, I know what we do. We remove you, and we instead replace it with you. A three-way one. Let's right-click that, grab from here. What, are we out of stuff? Small steel tubes. Okay, no, we weren't out of stuff. It lied. It was tricking me. Okay, so with that there, now we can put a vent. Oh, of course I couldn't grab materials because I had removed the connection. Makes sense. All right, we put a vent right here, and we right-click that, grab the materials, and build it up. Awesome. So now we have something to pressurize this room. We have something to pressurize those rooms. We need something out here probably also to pressurize this hallway. Unless we just keep this open. Let's just keep this open for now. It'll be fine. All right, there we go. That's going to be our window. It kind of... Ooh, I don't know how I like that. I don't think that looks very good if it's going into the thing right there. Okay, let me remove that and see if I can clean that up just a little bit. And there we go. Okay, so that's now there. You can see the one below us. I wonder how this looks from outside. Yeah, I kind of like that. If we have another one for the bottom floor, it would look pretty good as well. But the bottom floor is going to be down here, so I don't know if that will work very well. We'd kind of have to have it up here, and then a second one down there. I don't really know. So for planning's sake, pretty much it would look like this. We'd have 1, 2, and then this would be the floor, like that. And then we'd have to have 1, 2, and then that would be the floor down here. So we'd pretty much have to put our stairs so they go down there, so that's the floor. And we could have 2 more floors. I don't know what we'd do with 2 floors, unless this one was just like a sort of maintenance shaft where you can kind of access all these things, and then this was the real bottom floor. Or we could just have this all be 1 floor, and then it's just a tall floor. Could also work. But that would make it look really good with the windows. Okay, final thing for this pressurization is we just need to add these 2 blocks. Actually, I want to add one here too, because it's uniform. There we go. Add one there. And do I need to add one over here? Yes, I would like to add one right there. All right, this should now be a pressurizable area. Let's check to see if we have any leaks. Nope, it's pressurizing. Awesome. Good stuff. We now have a fully pressurized second floor, as well as a fully pressurized first floor. The only things we're missing are the room below us, which is the hangar room. Not the little hangar room, the drop pod room. Yeah, so this still needs to be pressurized, but that right there is going to take a little longer because that goes into the second floor. So that probably won't be something we pressurize very soon. But we're not using it right now, so it's fine. But in addition to that, we would like to extend this at some point as well. So we do have a little bit more pressurizing. I'm probably going to do some pressurizing off camera between the episodes because I'd like to get this stairwell pressurized, and that's going to take a lot of work trying to figure out where I need to put blocks and where I need to put windows. So we're not going to do that right now, but off camera we'll do that. But I think that's where we're going to end this episode number 39. We did a lot. The main thing I think would be finding cobalt, which is huge for our base because we didn't have it up until now, and this is going to help us a lot. In fact, if we wanted to, I bet you we could go into production and we could probably make a better welder now. I don't think we can make this one because we need platinum, and we don't have enough. I can try it. I can see, because we do have a little bit of platinum I'm seeing. I don't think we have enough platinum. Or I guess, wait, 26 out of 20, or 67 out of 61. So maybe we do have enough platinum. No, we do not have enough platinum. Okay, we're gonna make this one then. That's fine. That's still gonna be an upgrade over our current one. And with that, we will be powerful. We will have faster welding ability. All right, and finally the changing of the welder ceremony. Let's go to character tools, grab our level 2 welder, our enhanced, or our proficient welder. Ooh, look, it's purple. Awesome. Okay, good stuff all around. Yes, again, off-camera work is going to be done. I'll probably try and time-lapse it for you guys, so next episode might start with a time-lapse. I really like what we did this episode. If you guys like this episode, please hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. Put any comments and suggestions down below in the comments section, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival.